Settled down in Britain, I thought I had left such horrors behind. But tonight, I'm investigating gang rape in Britain. I've been shocked to discover that it's happening right here. But what is even harder for me as an African is the evidence that we've uncovered, which indicates that a disproportionate number of these attacks are being carried out by black or mixed-race young men. Alerted by two high-profile gang rape cases that saw a total of 13 young men, aged 12 to 19, convicted, we set out to discover just how many other cases there have been in the past 3 years. The dispatches team contacted the Crown Prosecution Service and Association of Chief Police Officers, but neither had figures. So we approached all 51 police forces in Britain. Only half responded. We set out to examine convictions in gang rape cases involving 3 or more perpetrators, all under 25 years old. The team spent 4 months collating information on all the cases we could find by looking at news reports, court listings, speaking to journalists and barristers. We didn't find all the cases in Britain. These are just the ones we could track down. We only included cases where convictions were recorded. We verified this information with Crown Courts, the Court Service and 80 barristers who specialize in rape cases. We tracked down cases involving 92 young people convicted of being involved in gang rape. 66 of those convicted were black or mixed race. 13 were white and 13 came from other countries including Afghanistan, Iraq and Libya. The figure of 92 may seem small, but we have to remember these were men who were convicted of being involved in gang rape. And the fact that 66 of those 92 were black or mixed race is statistically significant. And I feel it's a fact we can't ignore. I've come to meet youth worker Sheldon Thomas in Brixton, South London, where he works with young people. Is this whole gang rape thing a black problem?
No, I don't think it is, but there is a disproportionate amount of young black boys involved in it. And that is why I am very concerned, because we've got a situation in our community that needs to be addressed. And I don't believe, in my opinion, that we in the community are addressing it.
Why not?
Many of us don't like to look in the mirror. The fact is, just like gang lifestyle and the violence that gangs bring, we didn't want to address it because we're too busy trying to blame somebody else for the problem. I believe that this situation of gang rape in our community is the same scenario, that it's difficult to address it because then people want to look to blame somebody because, you know, you might have people wanting to blame, oh, it's mother's fault, or it's absent father's fault, or it's the media's fault. We need to put aside all of that and we have to start dealing with some home truths. We've got a generation that look at sex as if it's nothing and treating disrespecting women as if it's nothing. We've got women who have no confidence in themselves, young girls who think it's okay to sleep with one guy or two guys or possibly 3 or possibly all 3 at the same time, or being forced into doing things that they don't want to do but feel that their peer pressure is pressuring them to do it. These guys are like 13 and 14 and 15, and their actual attitude towards young girls, towards sex, is mind-blowing, because it's actually leaving you with, where's their morals, where's their values?
Susan was dating a young North London gang leader. She first got involved in gangs aged just 13 when she was used as a drugs runner. She used to carry a knife and has been stabbed herself. She knows firsthand how gangs intimidate people.
Most people think, yeah, if I go to the police, the boys are going to get more angry about it and they're going to come after me.
Partly out of fear, partly to fit in with the gang, Susan says she set up girls to be attacked.
You'd see the boys and then you'd see me walking next to them. And if they ever had a problem with a girl, they'd call me and I'd be like, yeah, I'll come with my girls and I do something to the girl as well. And there was a couple of times where I actually set the girl up to get raped.
In fact, she says she arranged for girls to be gang raped on 2 occasions as a punishment for sleeping with her boyfriend. When you say you've been periods when you actually set up other girls to be raped, how many people would have raped those girls?
It would be like about, what, 6 or 7 boys? 8 boys? They call it gang rape, and that was it. Like, boys, whoever was there, who wanted to get involved, like, yeah, I'm on it, I'll come, and that was it.
And how would you set them up?
I'd say, like, I'd ring them, and then I'd keep everything cool and act like we're friends, and then I'd be like, oh, come with me, and then we'd be on my block, and I'll be, wait here for a second, say it was a park, wait here for a second, then I'll go and get the boys and say, yeah, she's in the park, and they'd come over, and then just do whatever they wanted.
Women setting up women to be gang raped, groups of teenagers roaming estates, kidnapping a girl, dragging her through the streets and then raping her. It makes me wonder, what is it about this complete lack of respect for girls, and for some girls, complete lack of respect for themselves? And what is it about the culture within these gangs that would make anyone do such a thing? I want to understand the sexual attitudes of some young people in inner cities. So I've come to King's Cross in London to talk about sexual practices in general. These teenagers say it's common for boys to have a number of girls they can call on for sex, and that it's not unusual for a girl to have sex, particularly oral sex, with several young men at the same time.
Obviously, like, if you deal with a girl and you don't take her serious, then, like, obviously you will bring people in, innit? And then every man will have a go. Like, but that, obviously the girl has to be like, obviously they ain't doing it, like, it's not a rape thing, but like, obviously, like, if the girl want, some of the girls, like, they take it like that, innit? They don't really mind doing it.
If she's willing to do stuff without being your girlfriend, then you just call her a link, innit? Just because it's someone you can just phone them and link up with them, and you can just do what you want to do with them, innit?
What about emotion? What about respect?
Huh? We don't take that into consideration.
I grew up, really having respect for women, but what are you explaining here? What are you telling me? It's shocking. It just shows that you have no respect for girls.
I do have respect for girls, but
like,
come on, like
it's hard to explain. Like, you can't say that.
If you don't respect yourself, yeah.
Exactly. If the girl don't respect herself, how are you gonna respect her?
That's what I'm saying.
That's how you have to do it.
Is it true that the set of girls that you're saying that don't respect themselves become the girls who, in some cases, boys pass around?
Yeah, basically, it's like, it's a line-up, innit?
A line-up?
It's a circle where every man gets their piece of the pie.
Hey, China.
When you say line up this girl and how many boys will you pass them around?
Yeah, you ask her, like, boom. Like, what, is it just me, or can I bring my boys in, innit? Like, my brethrens, innit? If she says you could bring your brethrens, then you will find a location, you will find a bed, you will find a room, and you will leave her in the room, innit? Simple, like. Yeah. And, like, obviously, it's not a thing like we're kidnapping her, saying you can't go home. It's not like that. Whenever she's ready to go home, she can go. We don't really care, yeah.
You hear about gang rapes. What do you think about guys who
rape?
Gang rape.
You see guys who rape here, on my life, yeah, I think they should all burn, because that's just disgusting. You can't force a girl to do something she don't want to do.
I don't think it's always, it's like, the way it's portrayed, yeah, it's not always the boys' fault. Because, like, the girls, yeah, like, they'll do something, and then when people find out, they want to change up the story to make them look innocent when they're letting off. That don't make no sense.
I don't like, I don't like, yeah? I don't like girls, yeah? This is one set of girls I don't like, yeah? You see when a girl, yeah, comes, for instance, and she's like a line-up girl, like a hoe, yeah? And she comes, yeah, and in her head, yeah, you really spoke to her on the phone, you told her how there's 7 boys, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever, yeah, how many boys there is, and they're saying, yeah, they're still coming, they're on it, and then when they get to the location, they do what they said they were going to do. Fair enough. But then when people start speaking about it, and then word goes around, then they want to say rape. That's one thing I can't take, man. That's annoying.
I ain't gonna lie, I know boys that have raped, yeah, but it's like, it's 50-50.
I don't know what that is.
Same here.
That don't make me a racist, I don't care, innit? I know man that rape, so I don't give a f***. I mean, I don't care, but, yeah, like, it's 50-50. Because the girls will just change it up. They'll do something, yeah, and then when they find out everyone in their estate knows what they've done, they'll be like, no, they forced me to do it. They'll chat shit and let someone go to jail for that. Come on, man. So it's not always the boys that. It's half and half.
What about diseases?
What about diseases?
That's why you strap up.
That's why you strap up, yeah. But obviously, if for instance, then the girl gave you a disease, yeah, then it's a different story again.